are watching the Black Ancestry Network Group, and your content will begin in 3, 2. Completion without obedience. Solomon begins where others never reached. He inherits peace, he inherits wealth, he inherits the United Kingdom, and he inherits a task no king before him could complete. And Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah. 2 Chronicles 3:1. The temple wasn't David's assignment, it was Solomon's. And it came to pass in the 480th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt that he began to build the house of the Lord. 1 Kings 6:1. This is the Jubilee jump that rectifies the timeline. The timing is precise and measured and recorded. It's anchored in time. Solomon doesn't rush. Solomon doesn't delay. He builds. And he was 7 years in building it. 1 Kings 6:38. The house is finished, the work is complete. So was he 7 years in building it. And Solomon brought in the things which David his father had dedicated. 2 Chronicles 5:1. The temple stands, the ark is placed, the glory fills the house, so that the priest could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud, for the glory of the Lord had filled the house with God. 2 Chronicles. This is completion, measured, visible, and undeniable. But completion is not the same as obedience. God warned Solomon not once and not vaguely. And if thou wilt walk before me as David thy father walked, then I will establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever. 1 Kings 9:4-5. That promise had a condition. But if you shall at all turn from following me, then will I cut off Israel out of the land, and this house will be cast out in my sight. 1 Kings. The temple is complete, the warning is clear, and Solomon knows the law. Excuse me. And it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, old enough to know better, wise enough to understand, and powerful enough to refuse. But he doesn't. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Amorites. You'll find that in 1 Kings. Solomon builds the house of God, then builds altars to other gods. Then did Solomon build a high place for Chemosh and for Molech. And you'll find that in 1 Kings. Completion without obedience. And scripture records the result. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, wherefore so much as this is done of thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee. 1 Kings 11:11. Not during his reign, not immediately, but after him. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David my father's sake, is what he says in 1 Kings. The fracture is delayed, but it's locked in. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for my servant David's sake. Solomon finishes the temple, and this matters because after Solomon, no king ever completes anything. The kingdom divides, authority shortens, maturity is never reached. Completion without obedience doesn't preserve authority. It actually ends it. And once that line is crossed, time begins counting something new. It's not progress, it's consequence. That's why the next moment isn't a celebration, it's a split. And that's where we're going to go next. This bank content will end in 3, 2,